soft fall color palette with antique brass accents. As autumn drapes the world in its gentle embrace, there's a beauty in celebrating the season with a softer, more refined approach to color and texture. A soft fall color palette with antique brass accents blends the calm elegance of muted tones, ivory, beige, dusty rose, and warm taupe, with the timeless charm of aged metallic finishes. This styling choice captures the coziness of fall without relying on the traditional bold orange and deep crimson, instead opting for a romantic, sophisticated atmosphere. The golden patina of antique brass decor pairs effortlessly with creamy fabrics, vintage-inspired textures, and seasonal natural elements, creating a home that feels both welcoming and elevated. This harmonious combination invites warmth into every corner of your home, from flickering brass candle holders to frosted glass lanterns and vintage picture frames. Soft autumn hues paired with brass accents tell a story of heritage, intimacy, and comfort, a reflection of the season's slower pace and heartfelt gatherings. Whether you live in a modern apartment or a historic home, this palette brings balance and beauty, making every space feel like a golden-hued autumn memory. Antique brass candle holders with ivory tapers. There's something deeply comforting about the gentle flicker of candlelight on a cool autumn evening, especially when it's cradled by antique brass candle holders. Their warm, golden patina complements a soft fall color palette perfectly. Think creamy ivory, muted taupe, and delicate blush tones. The brass reflects the candle's glow in a way that feels timeless and romantic, turning any corner of your home into a cozy retreat. This combination of soft hues and metallic warmth captures the essence of autumn without leaning on traditional, bold orange tones. Pairing antique brass candle holders with ivory taper candles creates an inviting, vintage-inspired atmosphere. Place them on a wooden dining table layered with a linen runner in gentle beige or on a mantel surrounded by dried eucalyptus and wheat stalks. The soft contrast between the muted candles and the deep richness of brass adds dimension to your decor, telling a story of heritage, comfort, and elegance. It's a look that feels both grounded in tradition and effortlessly chic. Vintage mirrors with distressed brass frames. A vintage mirror framed in distressed brass can transform a room with its understated elegance. The soft gold tone blends beautifully with a fall palette of warm creams, dusty mauves, and light caramel shades, catching the autumn sunlight and scattering it across the room. Each aged frame tells a story. Tiny imperfections in the brass speak of history, craftsmanship, and timeless charm. In the glow of the season, these mirrors don't just reflect light, they reflect memories. When placed strategically, a distressed brass mirror can amplify the natural warmth of your fall decor. Imagine one above a console table decorated with ceramic vases in muted earth tones or surrounded by framed pressed leaves. The mirror adds depth and brightness while maintaining the calm, sophisticated feel of a soft fall color scheme. This isn't just about decoration. It's about creating a home that feels like a gentle embrace. Soft linen throw blankets with brass tone tassels. The arrival of autumn calls for layers, both in your wardrobe and in your home. Soft linen throw blankets in shades like oatmeal, pale blush, and dusty sage instantly make a room feel more welcoming. When finished with delicate brass-toned tassels, these blankets bridge the gap between coziness and sophistication. The metallic detail adds just the right amount of elegance, catching the light in subtle ways that make your space feel thoughtfully curated. Drape one across the back of a sofa or over the foot of your bed, letting the tassels cascade gracefully. Pair it with a mix of velvet and knit cushions in complementary tones for an inviting, textured look. Not only does this bring a tactile richness to your space, but the combination of soft fabrics and antique brass accents also creates a feeling of comfort that resonates through the season. Antique brass picture frames with sepia-toned photos. Memories deserve a frame as timeless as the moments they hold. Antique brass picture frames are perfect for showcasing sepia-toned photographs, botanical prints, or vintage fall postcards. The rich metallic hue enhances the soft warmth of a muted autumn color palette, tying together other decor elements like beige throw pillows, ivory ceramics, and golden-hued foliage. Each frame becomes more than a vessel. It becomes a story told in metal and glass. Scatter them across a sideboard, mix them into a gallery wall, or place a single frame on a nightstand for a subtle yet meaningful touch. The aged brass gives a nostalgic nod to the past, while the gentle color scheme keeps the look light, airy, and welcoming. This is fall decorating at its most personal, rooted in memories, yet styled with a modern softness. Ceramic vases in warm neutrals with brass trays. Neutral ceramic vases in shades like cream, sand, and soft taupe embody the softness of autumn without overpowering a room. When placed on antique brass trays, the pairing becomes a stunning focal point. The contrast between matte ceramic and polished brass speaks to the beauty of balance, warm yet refined, earthy yet elegant. This combination works beautifully on coffee tables, kitchen islands, or entryway consoles. Fill the vases with dried fall grasses, pale hydrangeas, or creamy roses for a subtle nod to the season. The brass tray not only frames the arrangement but also reflects soft light, enhancing the warm tones of both the ceramics and your surrounding decor. It's a look that feels grounded and seasonal without relying on bright autumn colors. Neutral plaid throw pillows with brass zipper details. Throw pillows are an easy way to shift your home into fall mode, especially when you choose ones in a soft plaid pattern of cream, sand, and muted blush. Adding brass zipper details gives them a polished, upscale edge that complements other antique brass accents in the room. The result is cozy yet refined, perfect for curling up on the couch with a good book and a warm drink. Mix these plaid pillows with solid velvet cushions in dusty rose or mushroom tones for depth and texture. The brass zippers add just enough shimmer to catch the eye without stealing the spotlight. This is how you achieve a soft fall look that feels layered and intentional, where every element works together to create harmony. Antique brass lanterns with frosted glass. There's a quiet magic in antique brass lanterns with frosted glass panes. When lit, the glow diffuses into a soft, hazy light that feels like a warm hug on a crisp evening. The brass frames add historical charm, while the frosted glass tones down the brightness for a more soothing effect. This blend fits seamlessly into a soft fall color palette, working beautifully alongside shades of ivory, pale sage, and warm caramel. Place them on your porch steps, dining table, or fireplace hearth for instant seasonal atmosphere. You can pair them with small pumpkins in muted tones or dried floral arrangements for a layered, welcoming display. More than just lighting, these lanterns become a mood, a feeling of home, tradition, and gentle beauty. Vintage brass bowls filled with seasonal finds. A vintage brass bowl is more than a container. It's a canvas for seasonal styling. In autumn, fill it with pale gourds, dried seed pods, pine cones, or even a mix of blush-toned roses and eucalyptus sprigs. The soft gold tone of brass enhances the gentle hues of your chosen fillers, making the whole arrangement glow. This approach embraces fall without overwhelming your space with bold, high-contrast colors. Display the bowl on a coffee table, dining table, or entryway console to greet guests with a warm, curated welcome. Its patina tells a story of time and use, adding depth to your seasonal decor. By keeping the palette soft and the textures varied, you create an arrangement that feels both relaxed and luxurious. Antique brass curtain tiebacks with flowing linen drapes. Window treatments are often overlooked, but they can be a subtle yet impactful way to bring fall into your home. Antique brass curtain tiebacks paired with flowing linen drapes in creamy or sandy tones create an effortless seasonal transition. The warm brass detail draws the eye without overpowering the room, and the soft drapes filter sunlight in a way that bathes your space in a golden glow. This combination works beautifully in living rooms, bedrooms, or dining areas, especially when paired with other brass elements like lamps or picture frames. The result is an atmosphere that feels calm, cohesive, and ready for cozy autumn moments, proof that even the smallest details can make a big difference. Soft wool rugs with brass inlaid coffee tables. A soft wool rug in muted tones, think misty gray, beige, or blush, creates the perfect base for your fall decor. Pairing it with a brass inlaid coffee table elevates the look, bringing warmth and sophistication to the center of your living space. The rug's plush texture invites relaxation, while the brass accents on the table add a hint of shimmer and tie in with other antique brass details throughout the room. Layering the table with books in neutral covers, a small ceramic vase, and a frosted glass candle holder completes the picture. It's a space that feels intentional, curated, and deeply inviting. With this combination, your living area becomes a sanctuary where the season's softness meets timeless elegance. Conclusion. A soft fall color palette with antique brass accents is more than a design choice. It's an invitation to slow down, savor the season, and wrap your home in a gentle, timeless glow. By layering muted autumn colors with the warm luster of aged brass, you create a space that feels both fresh and steeped in tradition. Each detail, from linen throws to brass-framed mirrors, becomes part of a cohesive story that reflects the quiet elegance of fall. In a world that often leans toward bold seasonal decor, choosing a softer approach allows your home to breathe while still celebrating the beauty of autumn. The result is a welcoming sanctuary where every object feels intentional and every corner glows with warmth. With antique brass accents as your anchor, your fall home decor can feel classic, inviting, and effortlessly chic, season after season.